I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself and my story. So, what's going on, everybody? My name is John Guaman. I'm a 25-year-old entrepreneur. Got involved in the industry of entrepreneurship about 5, 6 years ago. And I got involved with, I remember first getting involved in the industry, getting involved with affiliate marketing, and from affiliate marketing, growing into trading for quite a bit of time, then finding a vehicle that kind of combined both of those things into one thing. And over the last 5, 6 years, results not typical. Since being involved and being a part of the platform, it's given me the ability, to travel the world, speak in front of, tens of thousands of people, generate multiple millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars in sales, and make an incredible amount of returns and gains in the entire crypto market. Before I go in depth, I just want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, how to go out there, and how could I say this, what to invest into. But I've had success over the last couple of years listening to the right type of people and having the right type of education behind some of the stuff that I'm going to be going over. So let's get straight into it. If you guys are ready, drop some 777s in the chat box. Drop some 777s into the chat box. Okay, drop some 777s into the chat box, and we'll get this whole thing started. Right? So now what I'm going to do, guys, is what we're going to break down, especially on today's call, is going to be the 10 different ways to make money in cryptocurrency. Drop some sevens in the chat if you guys are ready. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's get straight into it. So the first way that we're going to break down how to make money in cryptocurrency, let's first kind of talk a little bit about, investing. And then kind of breaking down the difference between investing, trading, and long-term holdings. So first thing we're going to talk about in the 10 different ways is investing. Second thing we're going to talk about is gaming, how gaming is going to shift the entire culture when it comes to cryptocurrency just in general. We're going to be talking about mining. Mining in itself is very, very lucrative, especially if you understand how to utilize it. We're going to be going over trading, which is essentially leverage trading or margin trading. We're also going to be going over staking. We're also going to be going over nodes, how nodes work. We're going to be talking about digital real estate. We're going to be talking about loans. We're going to be talking about farming, and we're going to be talking a little bit about NFTs. So there's going to be multiple different things that we're going to talk about on the entire call. So I want you guys to be aware of, because there's so many different ways to make money in cryptocurrency. And I feel like so many times people just believe, or they're just aware of really just one real way of making money in the entire space, when in reality, it's an entire ecosystem. And it's an ecosystem that's going to continue to grow, continue to flourish, and continue to, how could I say this, get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about investing basics first. I think that's very crucial, especially when we're talking a little bit about cryptocurrency. I want you guys to understand that when it comes to investing, guys, you can invest in multiple different exchanges, right? First things first, the basics of it. Exchanges exist like banks. Okay, it's like making a Robinhood account or making a just a regular trading or broker account, right? So different exchanges have different types of incentives. Sometimes there's different fees, but here are a couple recommended exchanges that I honestly am showcasing here to you guys. Right, we have Kraken, KuCoin, Binance, Coinbase. Coinbase being one of the most popular. We also have Crypto.com as well. Very, very popular. FTX that I would also recommend, way lower fees than Coinbase. But these are just a couple exchanges, guys. So you can open up your cryptocurrency account. It takes only a couple minutes to open up one of these accounts, and you can start actually investing into cryptocurrency as of right now. Now, when I talk about exchanges, if you keep your money in an exchange, the problem is you don't necessarily own it. We talked about this before, right? You don't own the money in any of your exchanges. Basically, that money in itself, just in general, guys, is the exchanges. It's not yours. It's not yours until you take it out of the exchange and put it into, a wallet. So a wallet, just like a physical wallet, is going to be an area where you're able to store your cryptocurrency. And there's two different types of wallets that I'm going to kind of break down. The first one is a hot wallet, and the second one is a cold wallet. So when we're breaking this down, guys, some hot wallets that you could actually go out there and access is like, they serve as software that give you instant access, and it's instantly connected into the online blockchain. So we have MetaMask, which supports obviously E20, Ethereum network. It also supports the Binance Smart Chain network, the Polygon network, multiple different networks. I would recommend MetaMask. Another one is the Phantom wallet, which is very lucrative as well, has lower fees. We also have Trust Wallet and Soulflare that could actually be accessed through your phone. So if you're just getting started into cryptocurrency, you're going to want to make sure that you have these wallets, right? Now let's talk a little bit about cold wallets. So when we're talking about cold wallets, guys, right, we have Ledger and we have an Arculus. It's super cool. A Ledger is a cold wallet. So that means it's honestly actually offline, but it serves as a key to protect your cryptocurrency as it's being stored into the blockchain. So it's one of the most secure ways to be able to store your cryptocurrency. Okay, a hot wallet, your funds are at risk. Exchanges, your funds are at risk. But cold wallets are absolutely incredible because check this out. Cold wallets serve as a way to really protect, okay, your cryptocurrency with seed phrases and two-factor authentication being implemented into, that entire thing. Now, what I'm going to also break down, guys, is the Arculus. The Arculus serves as almost like a card. It's like a credit card. It's so cool. It has like I think it's like a three-factor authentication. You need to go through 3 different things in order to be able to get access to it. So I recommend that one as well, because I think you have to scan your eyelid or something along the lines like that in order to be able to get access to your Arculus. So there's just so many different types of hot wallets and cold wallets. I'd recommend picking 1 or 2 to be able to really secure your investments. When it comes to crypto security now, I love to talk about crypto security just because you have to be aware that we are not just going through, how should I say this, physical warfare in 2022. We're going through a lot of digital warfare. So to protect yourself online, I always recommend using like Proton Mail. Proton Mail is the first ever encrypted blockchain email service that we utilize that can help you go out there and really have a very secure email software, right, guys? There's been a lot of phishing going on as of the last couple of years. People are getting random texts, random calls to click on this link, pretending, and it just happened recently with OpenSea. OpenSea recently, guys, had a hack where I think over 5 million in NFTs were stolen because people opened up an email believing it was OpenSea and they clicked on that link. And when they clicked on that link, hey, check it out, it automatically told them to upgrade and transfer their NFTs over to a new software. And what happened was basically their NFTs were stolen because they signed a smart contract that told them that they could transfer their NFTs for free, right? So just understand that, especially in 2022, you have to be very safe. You have to be very aware, especially with your emails, your passwords. I don't utilize Gmail. I don't utilize Ymail. I don't utilize AOL mail. I don't utilize Xbox mail or PS5 email. No, guys, I utilize something very simple. I utilize the online blockchain email services. So to protect myself the most, I always use, two-factor authentication. I have seed phrases. Okay. I try to protect myself online. You have to be able to do that. Okay. And when we're talking about, let's say, the top coins, and when we're talking about research behind cryptocurrency, I always like to look at CoinGecko. It's one of the most, honestly, one of the most reliable sources in being able to do research and be able to really identify like what's going on in the entire cryptocurrency space. So CoinGecko, just in general, guys, is one of my favorite tools and one of my favorite places to do research. I don't like to use CoinMarketCap just because it's so, how could I say this? CoinMarketCap just in general is so, it's actually sponsored and anybody can really kind of get on CoinMarketCap. Okay, as we're looking at the cryptocurrency market, guys, we're looking at a 1.7 trillion, almost close to 1.8 trillion dollar market cap in this current moment in time. A lot of people right now are freaking out. Bitcoin's going down, Ethereum is going down, BNB USD at the time of this recording, we're looking at a 1.7 trillion dollar market cap and people are freaking out. But at this moment in time, I'm currently accumulating. Okay, banks. I heard about a bank recently dumping about 38 million or billion into Bitcoin just as of recently when it hit its previous low of 32K. There's a lot of accumulation going on around these zones. All right. And paper hands are people that are letting go of their investment, taking a loss okay, and getting scared out of the market, getting psyched out of the entire market, guys. But just understand, when it comes to just investing in general, when we're looking at the top 10, the top 20 coins, those are going to be the coins that are going to be around here for a very, very long time. And I don't like to give any type of investment advice or anything, but one of my favorite ways to be able to go out there and provide people or have a great investment strategy, one way is like cost dollar averaging. You know, I was watching, you can take out the cost dollar averaging calculator. Here, let me see if I can take that out for you guys. Okay. Give me 1 second. Cost dollar averaging calculator. And we calculated a way that, you know, sorry guys, my laptop froze. I got so many monitors on here. Cost. Check this out. I was talking about the cost dollar averaging calculator for Bitcoin. Now check this out, but let's do it for Ethereum. Let's say we had, okay. Give me 1 second. Let's say we had invested a total of, check this out. Trying to give you guys some perspective when it comes to this, right? And so let's do January 1st, okay? Let's say we had invested, I don't know, let's just say $100 or something a little bit more realistic, $500 a week, weekly, into Ethereum. Okay, and over the span of January 1st, 2020, $500 every week, right? So what had happened was we would have accumulated, okay, over the span of 2 years up until this point in time right now, about 116 Ethereum, right? Cost dollar averaging. Over the span of 2 years, you investing $500 every single week would have accumulated about 116 Ethereum. And let's look at the math, guys. In total, your return in total profit would have been of about almost close to 500%. But look at how much you would have had in your account. Your total percentage profit. About $252,000, only investing about $56,000 over the span of 2 years, right? And that's now that Ethereum is at right now $2,600 a coin. You know, this at one point in time was almost close to double that. This was this at one point in time, guys, was over $500,000. A $56,000 investment, almost $50,000 investment, would have been close to almost $500,000. See, check this out. And that's you investing $500 a week every single week. You know, they did a study back in back in the 90s that, you know, no matter what's going on in the market, as long as you're investing, let's say $100 a week, $200 a week over the span of 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to beat out any type of, I would say, any type of trader, any type of person that is doing absolutely incredible gains in the short term when it comes to trading. You're going to beat out every single other trader just by investing long-term in an asset that's actually going to go out there and help you, right? So what I would recommend now, look at this, guys. Look at this. My plan, this is my plan, to accumulate $500 to $1,000 every week in Ethereum. Why? Because in 2 years, it's not going to matter. In 2 years, I'm looking at, hey, 10K a coin for Ethereum, potentially. This is one investment strategy that I have when it comes to trading and investing into cryptocurrency. Now, obviously, trading is different. Investing in a cryptocurrency is one thing, but investing plays one role. Trading plays a completely different role. Trading is more riskier. Trading is more short term. Like if you're trading sessions or if you're trading weeks, okay, of what's going up and down in the market. Right now, we're in a bear market. I'm just going to keep it real. We're in a bear market in the cryptocurrency space. Okay. Yes. In the short term, it looks bleak. But in the long term, guys, okay, we got to look at what's going on in the long term. What's going on in the long term, guys? Right now, we're not even at the end of our Bitcoin cycle right now. You guys understand that? We're not even at the end of the Bitcoin bullish cycle yet. The bullish cycle for Bitcoin, this cycle should get us, based on the 2-year moving average, to about 158K a coin. So don't get worried. Obviously, this is just an indicator, okay? If you're looking deeper into multiple other different type of market cycles, but you got to be aware of like what's going on and what you're looking at. You know what I mean? Let's get into the next slide. Drop some 777s in the chat if that's making sense, right? Now, what I want you guys to understand, for the newest person that's just looking into cryptocurrency, and you're trying to figure out and identify, well, what is it? How does it serve a purpose? How does Ethereum serve a purpose? How does Bitcoin serve a purpose? Okay, guys, I want you to be aware of the creation of why cryptocurrency first existed. Okay, we have to study history in order to be able to identify what's going to happen into the future. Okay, so when we study history, guys, I hope you're taking notes on this. Look at the evolution and the transfer of wealth when it comes to money. Okay, we transferred at one point in time from, okay, trading from flour, sugar, okay, different types of commodities, okay, putting value on those things in order to survive. You know, as we evolved as a society, we put monetary value into different types of commodities like bronze, silver, gold coins. Okay, from that point in time, we evolved again into putting into having a transactionary way of being able to go out there and send people money through fiat cash. Okay, Great British Pound, Japanese yen, the euro. Then we evolved from cash into more of a cashless type of transactionary evolution, which occurred in terms of credit cards. It occurred in tap. Okay, then we evolved again from credit cards, and we're now evolving into the cryptocurrency space, which solves two problems. Okay, Bitcoin in itself solves an inflationary problem, and number two, it solves a transactionary problem. There's still problems going on today with what's going on with credit cards, guys. The way that credit cards work and processing works isn't the most efficient way, okay, like it used to be 40 years ago. It doesn't work as well today. Okay, today the technology is so old. Bitcoin is a straight line transaction that gives us better, how could I say this, a better way to format transactions versus transactions kind of not necessarily having this one ecosystem or one line from getting from one person to another person. Okay, so there's two problems. The first problem is it solves our old system of transactions, because the old system that we have when it comes to transactions with processing with credit cards and debit cards doesn't work. The second problem it solves is inflation. Okay, so inflation, let me give you an example right now, guys, right? This is the basics of cryptocurrency that we're breaking down. Okay, there's only 21 million Bitcoin that'll ever be in circulation. The circulating supply right now at this current moment is 18.9 million. Okay, but you need to understand something very clear. It's not like the US dollar. Guys, the US dollar, okay, right now, the only two reasons we are living off the US dollar is because of the belief that it has value, and number two, because of oil. The US economy runs the entire world because of oil. Now, what happens, you know, what's happened when you know, people have threatened our oil? We've gone to war with them. What happened in Syria? We went to war with them because they threatened our oil. What happened in Iran? We went to war with them because they threatened to take away our oil. Okay, I'm not here to tell you guys the good guy, who's the good guy or who's the bad guy when it comes to politics. All right, I'm not trying to tell you that, but the US, the only reason we actually have any type of system or value in the US is because US dollars, you need to transfer your oil to US dollars before you can trade it into euros or anything else. If that was eliminated, the US dollar would be worth nothing right now. We'd be going through hyperinflation through the roof. The prices of, imagine the prices of bread tomorrow being $5,000. That's what would happen if the US did not obviously have the oil in control of the oil rigs out in the Middle East. But let me break this down even more, guys. Okay. They're printing money faster than we can ever take it down. Look at the US. Look at the US right now, debt. It's over $28 trillion. And what's happening now is that it's over 28 trillion. They're still printing money, guys. They're still printing it. Okay. So as they're printing money right now, you're seeing higher inflationary rates. It's inevitable, guys. Everybody talks about the Fed cutting interest rates down in order to stop inflation. What does that mean? That means they're going to higher interest rates to protect the dollar so inflation doesn't go haywire. Listen, I understand that the Fed is going to cut interest rates. I understand that they're going to higher interest rates so that way everything is going to deflate. Crypto might go down. Okay. The housing market's going to crash down. Stocks are crashing down. Why? Because everybody's afraid of interest rates going up. But this is the problem. It doesn't solve the long-term problem. There's still that money in circulation. There's still trillions of dollars. So yes, even if the Fed cuts interest rates, it doesn't matter. The money has already been printed. The money has already been printed. So it's inevitable that inflation is going to happen. What they're trying to do is they're trying to prolong the long-term problem. Okay, does this make sense? Drop some 777s in the chat if this makes sense. Okay, so what is the world solution? The world solution is digital currency. The world solution is to be able to go out there and utilize this. What's going on in Canada right now? Okay, Justin Trudeau announced that he was cutting, people's bank accounts that are going against the Canadian government in terms of vaccine mandates, right? There's protests going on. Tens of thousands of people. The media is not showing any of it. Hundreds of thousands of people have decided to protest against the Canadian government. And what's crazy is they're starting to cut people's bank accounts, starting to lock up their funds. Okay. Bitcoin is the solution. Cryptocurrency is the solution. Decentralized finance is the solution. So as we're looking at that, you have other different coins that I can talk a little bit about, right? We have something more than Bitcoin. I'm not even a big Bitcoin enthusiast, but I'm just kind of giving you guys a little history lesson on this. Okay. We have Ethereum, we have Tether, we have BNB, we have all these other different types of coins that provide different types of utility that can be utilized. Like Ethereum has a lot of utility in terms of, let's say, smart contracts. Also, in terms of other layer 2s and layer 3 projects, along with NFTs. You have Solana, which is an even bigger platform that has the most amount of NFTs in its entire network. You have XRP, which is one of the fastest transactionary, it's one of the fastest transactionary cryptocurrencies that exist out there. All of them have different types of utilities and all of them have different types of usages. Okay. So I'm just trying to break this entire thing down for y'all, right? Let's talk a little bit about how to make money now, right? You can make money through either, number one, investing into cryptocurrency, or you could also make money in the gaming industry of cryptocurrency. So as we're breaking this thing down, guys, we're breaking down multiple different ways that you can make money in the entire space. So crypto gaming, let's talk a little bit about why I am super invested into crypto gaming. I believe that crypto gaming, crypto gaming is probably going to be one of the biggest revolutions that ever happened in our entire era. In the next 50 to 20 years, it's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And right now, it's only at $1.7 trillion, the entire market cap of crypto. So imagine what happens when $5 trillion is inserted into the crypto gaming space. People think I'm crazy. Well, hey, check it out. Apple alone is $1 trillion company. Apple alone is $1 trillion company. So let's break this down and what's going to be happening, what's going to be entering in the crypto gaming space. How big is crypto gaming industry right now? Guys, let's talk about how many crypto gamers there are in the world. Okay. The potential of crypto right now, crypto gaming is huge because the amount of gamers there are in the world, is about 0.69 billion gamers. Okay. What you need to understand is something very clear, is there's only 41 million crypto gamers in the world. There's about 700 million that are in the world right now that are gaming. So just imagine how many people are going to transfer over from playing games for free to getting paid to play games. Play to earn crypto games are already out. This isn't like something that I'm saying to you guys. There's a game called Townstar, a game called Axis Infinity, Sandbox. A lot of these games are already play to earn games. The Sandbox, you can make $2,000 to $3,000, $7,000 a month in the Sandbox game, but you got to first pay a fee of like $15,000 to be able to get into the game. You have to have land. You have to have certain different types of things. Townstar and Gala Games is absolutely incredible. I know people that are making $200 a month in Townstar. In the Townstar now, some people are like $200 a month playing a game, Townstar game. Imagine an ecosystem now, okay, of metaverses. That's what the metaverse is just a game, guys. People like to, it's just a fancy word for gaming. Now imagine every single person, guys, going into Townstar, okay, going into a Townstar game, you having your own house that you bought as an NFT, you have your own plants, you have your own farm, you have your own animals, all of them serve as NFTs. And guess what? You can buy and sell them on an NFT platform so people can utilize them and make money in their online metaverses. Think about this now. Now you have an ecosystem. And you know what's going to happen in the next 20, 30, 50 years is people are going to want to look cooler online than they are in person. It's already happening, guys. You see it happen all the time on Instagram right now. People on Instagram try to look wealthier than they actually are, try to look like they know something more than they actually do. People are already capping and fronting online. So people are going to care more about how their online virtual game, how their online virtual avatar, online virtual house, how their online virtual portfolios are going to look like more than real life, guys. Okay, this is just really the reality. Okay, and what's going to happen in the crypto gaming space is it's going to explode, because think about it like this. Even I'm talking about Townstar. You can make, you know, a couple $100 a month, maybe $200 a month, guys. $200 a month. You might be laughing at that now, $300 a month. But I just came back from a country, okay, a couple countries in South Africa where the average income is $500 a month, $600 US a month. Okay, it's going to get to the point where people are going to be making thousands of dollars on online gaming. Gala Games is going to be releasing its first ever first-person shooter, which is going to provide people the ability to go out there and kill zombies with The Walking Dead, AMC's The Walking Dead. And guess what? Every single time they kill a zombie, they make money. All right? I need you guys to understand that, right? I need you to understand how that's going to work, okay, and how big it's going to grow, right? How big. I think that this will surpass, you know, over 200 billion, the crypto gaming space, in the next couple months, probably 200 to 500 billion, right? So now let's talk about how to make money in crypto mining. Guys, I'm not an expert when it comes to crypto mining. I just want to be honest with you guys. Okay, I'm not an expert with crypto mining, but I have some ideas and details that I can break down to you with crypto mining. It's very simple, guys. Okay, the word crypto mining, it's just basically software. It's computers that are solving algorithms that are giving you a certain percentage amount of coins, okay, every single day and every single month. Crypto mining can be very expensive. It costs sometimes $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to get this, and it'll mine, let's say, Ethereum, it'll mine Bitcoin, it can mine multiple different types of services for you to be able to get access to them. Super cool. It's expensive, right? It also runs a lot of electricity, so your electricity bill is going to get through the roof as well while utilizing it. But like I said, crypto mining is very, very cool, and is a very lucrative way to be able to for you to also capitalize in the cryptocurrency space. In terms of crypto mining, it's another way to make money in the game. Crypto margin trading. Okay. So, you know, when I talk to certain people, a lot of times they don't really understand the difference between investing and trading. Let's break it down again. Investing is something that you're going to, okay, there's this one thing called Staking Rewards. It's a website that provides you multiple different websites that gives you the ability to go out there and actually stake your crypto. So as long as you're holding on to your crypto long term and it's not really doing anything, at least get paid for, at least holding it. A lot of times people just hold on to their cryptocurrency in their wallets, but you got to be able to put that money to work, because at the end of the day, guys, like even the what was it? I think it was a COP rate, consumer price index, predicted that we had a 7% increase in inflation this year. Okay, 7% increase in inflation. I think that's bull crap. To be honest, I think that inflation, gas inflation this year was over 60%. Used cars is up 40%. Housing is up 25%. Some places in Miami, it's up 40%. Cost of living is up like 20-30%. So I don't know what people are saying, that there was only a 7% inflation. It's way more than 7%. So if you had, imagine this, if you had $10,000 in your bank account today, $1,000 was robbed to you by the government. Okay. When they gave you those stimulus checks, the government just printed out more money to make you happy, but they stole your wealth long-term. They stole your wealth long-term. So now what I need you guys to be aware of when we're talking a little bit about this is, okay, how can you kind of leverage or hedge against it? In a bull run, staking is amazing. Sometimes it can be difficult in a bearish market to be staking cryptocurrency. Okay. But Binance Smart Chain really, what it does is the top 10 crypto assets staked by value. This website provides you different websites that'll give you either a 7% stake, a 3% stake. When I was talking about Binance Smart Chain, BNB, 11% staking, which means that you'll get a reward of 11% a year, which isn't too bad. I mean, that's great. Sometimes that's beating inflation. Some Terra Luna is like 6%, 5%. You have obviously other different types of altcoins like PancakeSwap that'll offer you a 40% stake, 50% stake. But the problem with that, okay, is very, very simple. It's a little bit more high risk, very, very high risk, right? Here we have some of the pros and some of the cons of staking, right? Advantages: coins are only being loaned out. You retain your full ownership. Okay, it generates passive income. It's simple, fast, and far, and it's less riskier than trading. These are the disadvantages. There's a lot of volatility with certain coins. The funds are liquid and it cannot be used for any other purchases. Sometimes they're locked, guys. Your funds are locked for a certain amount of period of time. Okay, and the crypto arena is highly unregulated. We're still in a brand new market. It's still brand new, right? Let's talk a little bit about nodes and how nodes work. Okay, this is another way that you can generate passive income streams from the cryptocurrency market, guys. So when we're talking a little bit about passive income streams, the way that nodes work is, I like to give analogies because it just makes things easier to understand. So I want you to think, guys, of the blockchain like a web. Okay, and because the blockchain is like a web, I'm going to give you an analogy of how a node works. Okay, the blockchain is like a web, and everything is interconnected in order to make a transaction work. Okay, so what happens is, as things start to accumulate over a period of time, and all this money is pouring into the entire blockchain and into these webs, imagine owning like a piece of that web, right? Where you're also collecting money from the total volume being generated, okay, from the entire blockchain. Okay, that's in a very basic way, kind of how nodes work. I imagine owning a piece of that web, right? Not the whole piece, that's the whole blockchain, but owning a piece of that web and all the money that is being generated throughout the entire web, you're collecting a small percentage of that. Imagine it working like that. And that's how nodes work, right? It's basically an infrastructure of blockchains, okay, where you're constantly exchanging and collecting different types of funds. Now, what I say, guys, is you can collect passive income streams through doing this, right? There's one thing called strong nodes where people are able to make, let's say, a couple $100 a month doing that. There's another one called Gala Games. They have a node as well. I think the Gala Games nodes run for about, I think right now, 95 to 100K. I remember when it was 50K. Now they're selling for 100K. And these nodes will mine you a specific amount of Gala or Town Star every single day, or strong nodes every single day. It's passive income streams. And one day, I believe that these nodes, certain nodes, will sell for a lot more money, okay, than they ever will a lot more money than they are now. You're looking at Gala Game nodes and people are saying, hey, not 100K. I wouldn't invest in 100K into a node. But imagine one day Gala being $1,
not imagine, I mean, eventually, imagine when a gala turns into a dollar and it's mining you a 350 gala every day. Okay, that will eventually, okay, add up to you potentially, in a long-term and investor standpoint, having an extra, $350 a day. And in the course of a year, it'll mine you $96,000. Wow, that's incredible. $96,000 in the course of a year. But basically, at a dollar, if dollar ever hits $1 or $5, you can do the math on that. It's very, very simple. So Walking Dead, yes, they coming out with Walking Dead. They have Town Star nodes as well. So just be aware, guys, that it's pretty crazy. We have crypto loans as well. So what is cryptocurrency lending? Okay, I have a couple friends that actually do lending with Aave and the Aave network and Nexo. So Aave is very cool because Aave is a coin where you can basically, it's like a financial institution coin. It's crazy. First of its kind. Then you have other different coins like Nexo. You have other different companies like Nexo that provide you the same type of crypto lending. So the way that crypto loans work is you can actually bet against your cryptocurrency, not bet against, but kind of take out a loan off your cryptocurrency investments. So the way it works is super simple, right? Imagine you having Ethereum or having Ethereum. I'll give you an example, Ethereum. Right now with Ethereum, what the Nexo platform provides you is a 50% loaning power with Ethereum. So let's say you have $10,000 in Ethereum. You can put $10,000 into Ethereum on the Nexo platform. You could actually, this is crazy that you can do this. You can actually, once you do that, you can take out $5,000 from Nexo, and Nexo will give you $5,000 USDC. You can do anything with that $5,000. You can go out there, buy a car. You could go out there and use that $5,000 to loan yourself more money. You can trade those $5,000. You can do whatever you want with it. And the interest rate is only like 5 to 6%, maybe 4% a year. It's crazy, right? Crazy. Now, just because you have 50% or the ability to take out 50% on your investment doesn't mean you should, okay? Because you can get margin called. If the price of Ethereum goes down even more, then you can get margin called and they'll start to take some of your Ethereum. So my advice to you is to not take out the full amount, but to take out 50% of what the initial ability that you can take out is. So let's say if you have $10,000 in Ethereum, you're able to take out $5,000 as a loan. I would take out only $2,500 and do what you need to do with that $2,500. Very, very cool. Crypto loaning is amazing, right? Crypto loaning is great because it gives you the ability to do some pretty incredible things. Aave actually gives you out 75%. 75% is crazy. You can take out 75% of your Aave with Aave. So let's go into the next slide, crypto land. Shout out to Jordan Morgan because he's one of the first people that put me onto crypto land, and he has some of the biggest plots in all of the actual sandbox game. So shout out to Jordan Morgan because Jordan Morgan is a beast. 7 sources. Give him a shout out or give him a call whenever you can, right? Give him a shout out. Big shout out to Jordan Morgan and the Trade House. Make sure you tune into their sessions because they'll be able to really, really help you guys out when it comes to the metaverses and crypto land. So Sandbox, Decentraland, Gala Games. Guys, right now, you can actually rent out your land in Decentraland. You can rent out, eventually, you'll be able to eventually rent out your land in Gala Games. So guys, there will be a point in time where, like we were talking about before, these metaverses will exist. We'll go into that digital land and we're going to be renting out land in these metaverses in order to hang out, in order to do something. We're going to have digital offices. Imagine now we're on Zoom, guys. We're on Zoom right now, but there'll be a point in time where we'll be in our Oculus, right? And the cool part about this is we'll be in our Oculus. As we go into our Oculus, we'll be able to go into a virtual conference and we'll be able to virtually walk and talk and meet each other and have this entire presentation in a metaverse. Like, yeah, exactly. Like Ready Player One, that'll exist. And depending on how fast that technology is exploding, it's going to exist a lot faster than we actually believe. It's going to happen a lot faster than anything else. Guys, think about this. The iPhone didn't exist 15 years ago. The iPhone, right? Just think about that. And it's how fast technology is moving in such a short amount of period of time. I predict in the next 5-10 years, that'll be our reality because Oculus already exists. So just imagine how quickly we evolved from iPhones to the first iPhone to where it is now, and how quickly we're going to evolve into the future. NFTs. So what are NFTs? How do NFTs work? Why is NFT so valuable? This is the last thing we're going to touch upon today. I forgot to talk about crypto farming, but on our next video or maybe our next training, I'll give you guys some value and some details behind crypto farming. Very, very simple, very cool. But let's break this down. NFTs. So obviously an NFT, it's an acronym for non-fungible token. It's essentially a form of new idea. It's a new idea of a form of ownership behind the digital world. Okay, guys, just think about our idea behind ownership. You know, in a world right now, guys, even though we leave this world we enter this world by ourselves and we leave this world by ourselves, human beings since the beginning of time have been infatuated with this idea that we own something. It's human psychology, guys. We fought wars for borders. We love to own things, right? Like just think of the proof of ownership for your home, if you have a home, or the proof of ownership for your car or your phone. It's yours. It's yours. That's that idea that it's yours. You have it on paper that it's yours. You see what I'm saying? So there will be a time, and it's already happening, where people will want to own or prove their ownership of something that exists digitally, because to be honest, in the digital realm, it'll be worth more money, A, or B, they want to also showcase, okay, how much value that it eventually has. So guys, think of it like Bored Ape Yacht Club. People aren't buying a picture of an ape. People are buying into a club, which is a network of high quality people. Okay, millionaires and billionaires, people that have tens of millions of dollars. They're buying into a club, just like some people are buying into country clubs that are like $1 million entership fee. The club for Bored Ape Yacht Club is just like that. It's like a club where you got to be a boss to be able to enter the club. And the club, right, they always say your network equals your net worth, right? And the beautiful part about that alone, that idea, is that it's now being brought into the digital space. Because guys, I know people right now in New York, and over here, I live in Miami, right? In Miami, there's people already that are paying memberships of 100,000, 200,000, guys, $1 million memberships to be able to get into a billionaire's country club. So imagine now you having that network in that entire NFT space with other people that are killing it in different industries, from, like, let's say music, art, okay, killing it in producing, killing it in all these different types of things, right? So that's one utility. You have a club. Another utility is you have art. Art in itself is very valuable, right? But just think of it like the Mona Lisa, guys. The Mona Lisa is amazing. It's such a beautiful art piece that represents history. But the Mona Lisa is also a piece that can be destroyed over time. Just because you own the Mona Lisa, eventually, it's like a Declaration of Independence. You know, the Declaration of Independence is in a box with no oxygen, right? With no oxygen, it's basically, that way it doesn't, evaporate. Because right now, the Declaration of Independence for the United States, if it gets exposed to oxygen, it'll crumble. Right. So right now, at this point in time, the Mona Lisa has an expiration date. Imagine having a piece of art that you can hold forever. You have proof of that ownership. It's exclusively yours. And one day you can put it on a digital picture frame on your home, and it'll be worth $5,000, $20,000, or $50,000 or $100,000. That's where we're going in the crypto space when it comes to digital art. Okay, and it'll last forever. You'll be able to pass down that digital art. It's on the smart contract. It's yours to your kids and to their kids and to their kids and to their kids. And it'll never be lost. Okay, right? So NFT art, it has utility. And I saw somebody talk about a concert. Coachella right now is selling lifetime VIP passes in NFTs. You buy their NFT and you have their NFT, you have a lifetime pass for Coachella forever. And it's limited, right? It's a proof proof that you have it. NFTs are going to exist in real estate out here in Miami. Miami is the central place in the world for, not the number one place in the world for cryptocurrency, right? We have the FTX arena out here. Okay, but in real estate, guys, there's an Aston Martin building. I've been hearing people about the Aston Martin building. You'll be able to get, if you buy a condo in the Aston Martin building out here in Miami, what I've been hearing is that you'll have the proof of ownership, not just in physical paper, but you'll also be able to get it as an NFT, right? You'll be able to get the proof of ownership as an NFT. So guys, just understand that where it's going to evolve, where it's going to go in the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years is going to be crazy. It's going to change the entire face of our world. The real question is, are you ready? You know, I always say in times of change, it's the learners that inherit the world, while the learned will find themselves beautifully equipped in a world that no longer exists. So it's all about adapting with the times, because if you fail to adapt with the times, you are 100% going to be left behind. So I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning into the entire call. Okay, if you want more training or more information, make sure that you tune into our 7-day, actually our 5-day bootcamp, where we go over absolutely everything a little bit more in depth and how you guys are able to capitalize. But hey, if you're already a part of the academy, make sure you're going through the academy. Make sure you're hopping on the go lives. You're on you're on the Swipe Coin app. You're taking the trades and you're taking this stuff very, very serious, guys. Right? This could be the difference between you. Okay, the next 2 to 5 years can be the difference between whether you're working the next 50 years for the rest of your life, or setting yourself up for the next 50 years for the rest of your life. So I appreciate you guys for hopping on the entire call. It's been absolutely incredible. And I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Peace.